Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 102 of MAME Politics. This is the new mini-series of MAME Politics called Robbie Martin's Treasure Box, or Treasure Chest. And today I have my very special guest, my wife, Lori Kirchner. How you doing, Lori?
Hey, thanks for having me again.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hold on, I feel like you're low, so I gotta
Am
tune
I?
your shit up. Yeah,
Okay.
I gotta tune your shit up.
All right. Yeah, you want to hear every little sound that escapes from my treasure box.
Wait, hold on a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we good?
I think we're better, yeah.
Okay.
So now every time I adjust the volume and mess around on the show and act unprofessional, I now think automatically of Ned Ryerson's edits because he did a
I
amazing.
wanted to watch that.
Oh, we forgot to watch
You didn't
it.
show me yet. I really
Yeah,
want
we forgot to watch it. Short attention span. Yeah, so MAME Politics audience member Ned Ryerson did a 20-minute long best of edit of episodes 50 through 100, and I don't know if it's been posted in the Discord or the chat yet, but if Ned is here, he can post it in here. It's been posted on BitChute. I don't know why it's not on YouTube, but it's kind of cool that it's just on BitChute. So there you go.
Yeah, I loved the compilation of all your exclamations. It was really good.
Yeah.
The first 50 or whatever.
This one is a much more it's got some space in it. It's like
Okay.
more because it's 20 minutes long.
But the other one was like just one after the other. Like I know that kind of editing it's hard to. It was very punchy. It was great.
Yeah, no, I really appreciated it. Ned, you're awesome. I don't know your real name, but it's fine if you just want me to keep calling you Ned.
Yeah,
I
I just picture Steven Tobolowsky. Is that the name of the actor?
Oh, you actually know the name of
Yeah,
the character?
Ned Ryerson. Yeah,
We just talked. Abby.
he's in Deadwood.
Oh, really? Okay, that's how you know.
Yeah, he plays like a super
Yeah.
evil guy in Deadwood, or
Well,
semi-evil.
what's the other movie that comes to your mind where he played like? Because in my mind, I'm thinking he's like a
Banally
sleazy
evil.
character actor.
Yes.
And why is that? It's because of what other movie was he in where he tried to have sex with the main character, and he gets kind of rapey with her.
Well, you might have watched that one scene in Deadwood where I think
No.
he like intimidates somebody or something.
No, but what movie am I thinking of? You know this movie.
Oh, yes, where he acts like a sleazebag. You're right.
Yeah,
He's
and he's
the
like a
kind
side
of guy
character.
that every
I'm
time he
gonna make a
pops up
guess.
in a movie, I'm always like, oh my god, Ned Ryerson. Yeah, he's kind of like
This is before Groundhog Day.
he's like if Paul Giamatti is kind of like the platonic ideal of like a schlub, but like in a Hollywood paradigm, like he's kind of like he does represent like a more unseemly tier of like schlubby guy, and I always get excited when he pops up and stuff though, because I don't know, I liked Groundhog Day a lot as a kid.
Do you want me to tell you which movie?
Yes,
it is?
which movie is it?
Single White Female.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that in a long time. You know, that movie doesn't hold up so great.
Except for Jennifer Jason Leigh's
She's
hot,
held up
hot ass
amazingly.
body.
Jesus Christ, yeah. But we digress.
Yeah, I feel like that also wasn't peak hot Bridget Fonda either. Like her peak was like Jackie Brown.
It was all about that haircut, but yeah, she's way hotter than Jackie Brown, and she's still a little bit like baby face. Like she looks hotter in that other movie that came out also in the 90s where she has like short hair. Is she in the Femme Nikita movie?
No, but she's in Army of Darkness. She
Maybe
plays,
that's what I'm thinking of.
for some reason they cast her.
She's in a sleazy action flick.
I want to say she's the girlfriend in the.
She's the girlfriend of the original Back to the Future?
No, she's the girlfriend in the flashbacks, the reshot Evil Dead 2 flashbacks in Army of Darkness, where they could do a combo of actual footage from Evil Dead 2 and like new versions of her.
I was getting her mixed up with Elizabeth Shue being the original Back to the Future girlfriend.
Which is super weird because Elizabeth Shue wasn't the original Back to the Future girlfriend. She was only the replacement, wasn't she? Or was it the other way around?
I must be getting extra confused.
Yeah, I feel like the Mandela effect is definitely real.
I don't, but you know.
I don't, but
yeah. Somebody's saying that they want to rewatch Deadwood because they're a huge Timothy OnlyFans stan. I agree. I did not get the. I think I watched the first episode and I was like, I've fucking slept on this guy. Like, I'm going to watch this. I don't care if it's a bunch of shit. Like, I know the chick from Breaking Bad shows up, and shows up she does. That's pretty much all she does. but everybody in it is like so composed and so beautiful, and like Timothy Olyphant like snorting and getting into scraps and walking through the town square. It's just I want to like immediately rewatch it with Robbie because he's watched a few episodes and I think he'd be open to it. It's just such a good show.
Catherine says that Justified fucking rules.
People have told me if you like him, watch Justified. Basically, that's all he does now. I even watched that stupid Mandalorian show because like I looked up and I was like, wait, is he like the guest guy in this episode? And I was just like,
another
yes.
Show. He just plays like the character from Justified.
And he is in the new the quote unquote black season of Fargo, as people are calling it. He's good, but he's not in it like Chris Rock is in it.
No, and it feels like his character was half baked. Like I got excited at first because he was supposed to be like a Mormon ranger or something.
Yeah, they didn't develop something. Too many pages, so they just kind of cut his, or he couldn't film enough.
Hey Brock, how's it going?
Oh yeah, I wish I liked grown up Drew Barrymore more. Something about her is just like grating. I wanted to watch that Santa Clarita zombie movie because it seemed like Weeds but with zombies, and that was good for at least a season, but I haven't watched that yet. I should though. Eventually we'll run out of things to watch and we'll still be sitting at home in a couple months and maybe we'll get to it.
Yeah, I think we're going to be sitting at home for at least a couple more years. I'm not kidding. I don't think this pandemic situation is going to be over anytime soon.
I mean, I think this next year things will get better. I have to believe that will be true. Yeah.
I feel like this is never. I mean, things are never going to be the same after this. How do you still feel?
Somebody in the comments, Lexavian, she is in Point of No Return, which is like La Femme Nikita. It's like a knockoff La Femme Nikita, like for dumb Americans who can't handle like.
So Laura says, legit don't think there's an end in sight for the pandemic. I tend to agree with that. It's sort of like I mean, it's kind of almost like the war on terror or post 9/11, but it's a much lower level feeling version of that, and it's global. So yeah, I don't think anything's ever going to go back to normal. It's a little depressing.
Good thing I bought so many cute masks.
Yeah. It is sort of weird how normalized this has all become, though. I mean, at first, it definitely felt a lot more scary and intense. But now it's just sort of this low-level running in the background sort of stress, anxiety. At least that's the way it feels for me. How does it feel for you, Lori?
I mean, yeah, like I think back to what things were like in March and how we were feeling in March and April, and like it's like, is it really post-traumatic if you're still inside the experience? Because
I think the initial trauma of it was really, really intense, and so yeah, definitely doesn't mean it needs to end. It's almost like war. Like, is PTSD something you only get after you come home from the war, or do people who are like fighting in wars for a long time, after their first battle? I mean, there's probably all different. It's probably like a spectrum or something. I mean.
Well, I mean, it's like PTSD is actually just like a way of like conceiving of the actual negative impact and like inability to integrate trauma, which everybody will go through trauma to some degree or another, like in life. But like a collective trauma like this, I don't know, like the Spanish flu or the 1918 flu or whatever, so long ago that I feel like whatever sense people gained collectively, whatever like societal lessons are like fully like lost times several generations at this point. So yeah, it is kind of still a weird cowardly new world that we all get to live in. And yeah, I guess I would take the vaccine because at this point I'm kind of anxious to get back to normal, but like, will it last? Will it be a lasting
That's
immunity?
the thing.
Who
I
the
don't
fuck
know.
knows?
They're already saying
Who
if you take the
knows?
vaccine, don't act like things are normal and don't behave as normal. So like, they're already basically saying the vaccine's really safe, you should take it, but then also saying it's gonna take a long time for it to like basically immunize enough of the population. It's just a weird, I don't know. And then the whole thing bothers me too with like the social media companies, and not just social media companies. I think we need to get away from talking about, when we're talking about Silicon Valley, I feel like enough people don't talk about Google anymore. Twitter, Facebook are obviously terrible, but Google, I think, ultimately is doing more damage. But just one thing I've definitely noticed is it's not just, I think maybe it's sort of an illusion where it seems like it's because of Trump that they've sort of ramped up this around the time of the election. Ramped up like the censorship of like, saying things about the election are fraud, or saying different things about COVID that are not, acceptable to like the status quo right now. The fact that Twitter is removing a lot of those tweets and stuff, I think that that's sort of because of COVID. I don't even know if it's really because of the election necessarily that they're getting more aggressive with that type of like locking down what you're talking about on social media. I don't know. What do you think?
It's tough to say. I mean, I'm not nearly as present on social media as you are, so
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, social media it's not a perfect microcosm of things. So it's just a reaction to like whatever's happening in the moment. So yeah, like the election stuff, like, I don't know, like you and I have talks about this, whether or not like if a platform becomes sort of the default way for people to communicate, like is it really okay for it to make judgment calls like that? And I don't know. I don't really I don't trust Twitter or Google to tell me what to think, but anybody who's on these social media platforms, you think would have like a bit of like a baseline responsibility to like look critically at what they're reading anyway. So it does seem like it's a self-serving move rather than like something done for the greater good. And it's just so heavily packaged and very much kind of sold to people as like, well, what are you going to do? What else are we going to do? Like, but it has become like so commonplace to say crazy ass shit and then have the media kind of like dialogue with it. And like, I've read so many news stories where I'm like, why are they even giving me the entire rundown of like QAnon just for all like the juicy details, just to tell me one stupid thing? Because it's like, it's like tabloid and tabloidification of it, where it makes it very salacious.
It does, and there's so much coverage of QAnon now in the mainstream press, and like just even today I was reading a Daily Beast article that went through blow by blow, almost like telling the whole inside baseball story of David Knight from InfoWars quitting over the Steve Pieczenik thing. And I was like, it almost seems like they listened to the Media Roots radio episode where I went through all that, and now people
took notes.
Now Daily Beast is like writing stories about QAnon inside baseball, like side like narratives that I talked about on Media Roots, and it just bothers me because but then at the same time, the people who are writing that stuff from the Daily Beast are like pro censorship people. Like they don't hold the same politics I do when it comes to, being really upset at all the censorship and thinking that it actually serves the opposite purpose. It has a reverse psychology effect, first of all, and these companies shouldn't be doing it. But I think that within the post-COVID era, basically anything that doesn't subscribe to a certain narrative about the science specifically is going to be, you're going to have a hard time finding it online. I think that sets an awful precedent also. But I mean, just the voter fraud stuff. It's like they're pushing all these different crazy fringe people into their own sort of specific lanes of alternative media, like OAN, Epoch Times, Newsmax are the only ones talking about the voter fraud stuff now because it's all being like marked or censored on Twitter. Mm-hmm. Like they're still marking Trump's tweets whenever he talks about voter fraud, saying this claim is disputed or Biden has been declared the winner or whatever. They like put a little disclaimer under the tweet, and I'm just thinking, it just seems like such a terrible precedent moving forward, especially if there's like what if Biden launches a war? Are they just all going to just help push the war? Like, is Twitter going to help? It's just so surreal.
Of course. Well, I mean, everybody's always swayed by their own interests, and the people that run these companies or the people that make these decisions, they're not separate from what's going on. Like, so I guess I always do believe that the internet and like society in general, like the freer and more transparent and more uncontrolled and unrestrained communication is, the better. Otherwise, you get like a society that's just being spoon-fed certain things. I don't know. Like Twitter should be more like 4chan than network television.
And it used to be.
Yeah.
It totally used to be. It actually still allows hardcore pornography to be posted on it, which is actually just strange considering what things they've stopped allowing now. I mean,
probably generates a lot of ad revenue. Can you like opt into like adult content in Twitter or something?
You can opt out of it. I think I don't even know. but it's so weird. Yeah, the whole thing is weird. But yeah, I don't even know how we got a. I mean, I went off on a total tangent about this, but
I'm just excited to play this silly game that we've been playing.
yeah, Lori, why don't
Even
you?
though I'm really also disappointed, I know you had high hopes, and we had is it Tom Collector? Who's
Yes,
usually
Tom
in the
Collector.
Chat?
Let's refer to him as Tom Collector.
Apologies to Mr. and Mrs. Collector.
This dude spent hours with me trying to get. Basically, what we were trying to do is this. So this game is. You can pronounce the title better than I can. What is the game?
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yu Yu Hakusho, which
And-
means Yu like ghost papers.
Yeah, and can you pronounce the rest of the title because it's longer? That's the whole title.
Oh, Yu Yu Hakusho Makyō Wait, what is it? Tōitsusen, which must be sort of subtitular stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is an extremely popular and like well-regarded anime that was on TV for years, like in America and stuff too.
Was it on in America?
I like the name does not ring a bell. Like somebody
Adam
said
G
in the
recognized
chat.
it. He said I want to be a spirit detective, so I'm thinking he's referring to.
Yeah, smoke weed every day. I don't remember even seeing ads for it, but I think it was on TV for a long time. It has like a huge following. It's like very well regarded, and you know, I love like Ranma One Half, but the fighting games, both of them, are pretty trash. So this is just like a good game independent of itself, like because it's obviously licensed from a property, but I looked up the premise just for fun to understand the characters, and it's very, very cute. This kid gets killed trying to save some other kid, and he goes to Hades, and he like overcomes this challenge to get back into his body and come back to life. But now that he's like been let out of the underworld, he has to solve a bunch of ghost crimes and shit. I don't know. It just sounds really cute. It seems like a cute show that I'll probably never watch.
It does seem like a cute show, and Tom Collector of MAME Politics, he's really sort of knowledgeable about emulators and even doing net play with different emulators and retro games, and he was trying to help me get going Mortal Kombat 2 on MAME via net play for episode 100. There was nobody, I couldn't find anybody to actually play with. He actually got me there really quickly. He helped me out pretty fast. So I was like, oh, damn, well, why don't we try playing, some kind of Sega Genesis 2 players or net play stuff? And my mind immediately went to this Treasure game, which I've been exploring recently. I actually spent way more time with it than I would typically any other random Japanese game that I've come across, because it's Treasure. And I think Treasure has a very good track record. That is why I'm doing this little mini series. And this game is one that I missed from '94, which is a 4-player fighting game that can do team battles, can do free-for-all battles. It can do just one-on-one fighting, 2-on-1 fighting. But the fact that it actually has true 4-player mode is pretty unique for really any console game. I mean, a lot of sports games had 4-player modes. NES Nightmare on Elm Street is a 4-player game.
Oh, yeah.
Which seems completely fucking arbitrary. The game is awful.
We should play that terrible game.
And we did for a second.
Oh,
remember?
we played it was unplayable though.
But it's weird. It's weird that they would be like, yeah, let's make this 4-player. I mean, it makes no sense. But this game from '94, if you happen to have a Megadrive, and you happen to have a 4-player multi-tap thing for the Sega Genesis, you would have been able to play with 4 Sega Genesis controllers in this game. And essentially, even though maybe from the video footage you guys are watching, or the little demo footage, it looks almost kind of like a Dragon Ball fighting game. Maybe it doesn't look particularly unique. What is unique about this is that you can do this 4-player fighting with almost no slowdown, and it runs extremely fast. And this came out before Capcom games started doing this. And it's also a Treasure game. So it has some weird quirks in it, like interesting launchers and juggle combos, and just sort of an interesting sort of conceptual setup. Like it has 2 planes you can jump back and forth to. It has a charging special move bar where you can charge up your energy for your special moves by just holding down any button. It has a block button, which I actually like because it's more Mortal Kombat-ish. And it kind of plays like Street Fighter, but since it has a block button, I would almost describe it kind of almost like an in-between hybrid of the two. and it has air juggles that feel like they're organic and not pre-programmed. Street Fighter's juggles have often felt like they're sort of baked into the game, whereas Mortal Kombat's felt more random and sort of organic. This one similarly has an organic juggling system. And what's also pretty crazy is you can kind of see it happening now on the screen, but you can juggle an opponent between two other opponents. So if you're playing two players versus the computer, you can juggle the CPU in between both you and the second player. Hey, Michael, how's it going, dude? And this game also has excellent music.
Hi,
But
Michael.
one thing about this game that sort of makes sense as to why it doesn't look as visually pretty or impressive as other Treasure games, because you have to think Gunstar Heroes, Dynamite Heady, even that game Landstalker that we played last night by Treasure, or Light Crusader, I think it's called.
Oh yeah.
All those games they're visually more impressive looking than this one, I would say. This one looks like it has a weird color palette. It just doesn't visually pop like Gunstar Heroes or Dynamite Heady, even though it came out in '94. So apparently the reason for that is because I think it was Sega actually approached them, or the company who makes this anime approached them, Treasure, and wanted them to make a fighting game. And they already had a fighting game that was almost finished that was of their own design, had all their own characters, all their own graphics. And this company wanted them to put, their characters in the game. So apparently this is just a reskinned game that they had already finished internally, that they hadn't gotten ready for release yet. And that's why the graphics look so simplistic, is because they just did it in 3 weeks.
Okay.
They just reskinned and drew the anime characters.
It's funny.
They had very little time to do it apparently, but
In this giant FAQ that you so adorably printed out, there's this miscellaneous facts about the game, and it basically just says like people's hair color's wrong,
Oh,
some there's all these miscellaneous facts are basically just cute fuck ups that only somebody who already is a fan of the show would notice, that we would obviously, they're just completely under the radar, where they're just inconsistent with the actual game, or just weird bugs, like their hair color being wrong, and their certain colors for things just being off. If you actually watch the show,
it's pretty funny.
Yeah, this is a very deeply, thank you Saturn Urameshi on the whatever website. This is a very lovingly put together little game facts.
So should we do a yeah, no, it's a very nice. It's
So
from
thorough.
2004.
There's all the Romaji lyrics to all the music and songs from the show. It's a lot. But I wanted to look up PA's moves, because he also looks like a good. We haven't even played all these characters.
Yeah, I've only played about 3 or 4 of these characters. They're a little they're all kind of quirky in their own right. There's one character who can stay up in the air infinitely. But I didn't finish telling the Tom Collector story. Basically, Tom spent hours with me trying to get. We were going to try to do Lori and me versus him and his partner, and we tried so many different combinations. We almost got there over net play, where I was controlling player 3 and 4, and he was able to control player 1 and 2. And we were like, oh, damn, it's working. Fuck yeah. And then in a couple minutes, we were like, wait a second, what are you seeing on your screen? And we realized for some reason when you try to do net play with 4-player mode and actually have 2 controllers activated for each person on either side of the internet connection, it branches the game off into its own alternate realities, where they're actually, he was controlling his own version of the game and I was controlling my own version of the game. So it actually didn't really work, even though it seemed like it was working. But the good news is that in our troubleshooting sessions, we figured out how to play net play with just 2 players perfectly over Sega Genesis. And there's actually almost no lag whatsoever, which is pretty incredible. We were playing Contra Hardcore together, 2-player mode, and it ran totally perfectly. So we're going to do that at some point. Tom's going to come on, do some net play.
For sure. We'll figure it out. I mean,
Yeah.
that was the first attempt to do something really strange. So, of course, something really strange happened.
Yeah, definitely. And this is high level important ideas that we're working with, is these these emulator configurations are very temperamental, and you got to do a lot of troubleshooting. It's part of the game. Jesse, we were using Kega Fusion, I believe it's called, for Windows 10. I think it's the newest version, newest build, and essentially you have to get like a weird VPN thing called Hamachi, and it seems complicated, but it's not. You just run this like weird VPN front end thing, make a server on there, and then you have to either join or start a netplay game. You both have to load the same ROM in your emulator, and then basically either host or join the server that the other person creates. And it's fantastic. So if you have a friend somewhere, across the country, or, that you can't see because of COVID right now or whatever, try this shit. It works really, really well. So just really quick news headlines before we're going to play the game that I wanted to talk about today. Trump's Iran war rhetoric. He's, saber rattling again with Iran because apparently there were some Iranian rockets that dropped in Baghdad I don't know if they detonated. I don't know the full story. Sorry, I didn't look this up before the actual episode. I just saw Trump's tweets about it. And Trump is basically threatening to murder Iranians based on these little rockets that landed.
You're talking about keeping Iran healthy?
Yeah. The tweet he made about if they know it's good for their health, they won't drop rockets in Baghdad.
So clever.
The reality is we shouldn't be there in Iraq, and even if Iran is responsible for this, fuck it. They should be able to do whatever they want. Just the idea that we should even give a shit that U.S. troops in Iraq are being targeted with rockets is stupid. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, we could always leave.
Yeah, so, it's just... And again, it's just really sad to me that, because of QAnon and because of the way that the MAGA movement has sort of infiltrated the conspiracy movement, there's a lot of people in the conspiracy movement who think that China, Iran, they actually believe conspiracies about Iran even. I think it was Sam Tripoli a few months ago who was starting to post stuff about how bin Laden was being harbored in Iran. And that came from all these weird neocon think tanks that have been putting out all this weird conspiracy stuff about Iran, like the FDD and stuff. And it's just that's scary to see stuff like that go into the conspiracy movement. But the other thing I wanted to mention was there are Stop the Steal protests happening around different Asian countries right now. And the one that I thought was most fascinating is one that I saw in Japan. And after seeing that there was a Stop the Steal protest in Japan, which obviously was some kind of astroturfed or fake protest, it became obvious quite quickly that it's like a Steve Bannon op, essentially. And that Miles Guo, the Chinese billionaire who's funding him, that's been under criminal investigation in the U.S. and in China, is somehow behind all these little astroturf protests all over the place. It's I just keep learning new things about it, and it's very surreal. But yeah.
How could Steve Bannon be wearing all these Scooby-Doo masks at one time? He's got a lot going on.
He does. He really does. I didn't realize how smart he was.
Yeah. Must have gotten a lot done on that fucking boat.
Yeah. Yeah, what was he doing on that boat that whole time?
I don't know, setting up 8D chess moves. I don't know. Just buying web hosting for all those foot job videos. I don't know.
Yeah. I wonder if he's the one who helped edit the 100 foot job vid. There's got to be more stuff on that laptop that hasn't dropped yet, too.
You think he literally had it open in Premiere or something?
Oh, yeah. I think Steve Bannon...
he's adjusting the color balance, trying to key it so it looks more sleazy, but you can also see everything. He's a filmmaker. God damn it.
What was your reaction to that video? Did we were talking about how we watched that video together?
People are gonna think you just watched that video for fun now because it seems like you've brought that up on multiple.
I bring it up all the time. That's my favorite thing to talk about.
Well, you did correctly bring up the fact that we were on a FaceTime with a very aware, plugged-in other person that's close to me on Twitter, and they were like, "Foot job video." Like they had not even heard of it because the Twitter suppression was so good. And like obviously like nothing's coming on my Apple like news alert saying like check out this video, like you've got to see this. So yeah, like the fact that there is this like very easily findable website with dozens and dozens of videos, and then like the crowning jewel is just like a 10-minute long extremely ambient foot job in the dark. It actually just makes Hunter Biden seem like more pitiable than anything.
You think it make him seem pitiable?
I mean, he's having a good time, but like you can't not feel bad for even a piece of shit like of like revolting levels of privilege, like having his foot job videos hosted on Steve
Well, yeah,
Bannon's
the idea of
website.
having your own personal
Like,
porn leak.
humiliation's humiliation. Like he can't be a chill enough dude to be like, yeah, I know I'm like such a fuck up, and like my dad's about to be president, and like my dad's clearly aware of like what a fuck up I am, but like I'm sure my dad's cool with this, or like my dad will understand, or I'm a victim here. It's like anybody would be absolutely mortified and want to die if that happened to them.
Well, the thing that also impressed me, I'm just gonna say, that for someone who had their porn leak, like their own private porn on their computer, there wasn't anything on there that was like too embarrassing in terms of the like. I would have if he's filming that much porn of himself, like it actually seemed kind of nicely curated. Did he have a little folder on there of like hottest Hunter?
It's probably more of like a compulsive, like I've paid this girl $2,000 to hang out with me all weekend, so I might as well film it. Kind of like weird.
But here's what I'm saying. Usually someone who, let's just say he is a sex addict, he smokes crack.
Let's say,
and gets
sake of arguments.
Wouldn't there be like hundreds of pictures from just one prostitute
not
he's
necessarily.
hired?
He's not a real.
But where's the raw footage?
You know
Where's the raw?
He's
where's
not a
the raw session
productive,
footage?
prolific, can-do guy who gets a lot of shit done. He's probably kind of coasting in a lot of ways, and that's why his personal pornography trove is also not impressive. He's not an overachiever.
Okay, well, I mean, he just organically has a nice curated collection, so I'll give him that.
I mean, that's the whole thing. Is like, I don't even remember what else is on there.
It's just some like pictures of him with like he's wearing like a jacket with his no shirt underneath.
I remember that.
With
and
his
the bed
dick out
picture.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
They're all very
Oh,
boring.
the best one. If he curated this one, it's pretty good. It's one of a stack of M&Ms on his penis.
I mean, that's just gross and baby.
It is gross.
I'm not into food stuff, so that's just, I don't even want to, I blocked that out. I did look at that, and then I was like, ugh. Like, just like, anybody who's on the internet in these days that grew up when it was a wilder place, it's like, you just get used to being like, ugh. Like, sometimes, I'll open up, like, subreddits on stuff, and, like, sometimes I'll just lurk on Reddit and, like, look at stuff. And occasionally you click on something and you're like, oh, I didn't want to, like, I didn't want to watch somebody actually get hurt like that, or I didn't want to watch that, and you just kind of go block it out.
Are you saying that you didn't want to watch Hunter watching Stephen Colbert smoking crack, getting a foot job in the dark?
No, that was fine. It was the M&Ms was actually a lot grosser, probably. Those poor M&Ms.
Should we play you?
Yeah, let's do Spirit Detective fighting game.
Okay.
Was it Skittles? Somebody's saying in the chat. Did I really block it out that hard?
What book?
Mm-hmm.
Someone's saying something about a book. Okay, so first
somebody was talking about watching Videodrome and thinking that Infinite Jest took it as an influence. Yeah, that's probably true.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do first on here. I think
I
we're
didn't
gonna
really think of it like that.
I think we're gonna do the tournament first.
I think The Ring is probably influenced by Infinite Jest too. Right?
I know you're.
Sorry.
We're on totally different tracks right now. So I think we're gonna do the tournament mode first,
Okay.
so we can really show the office game.
We
to
didn't even.
people.
Oh, you could explain this better, but this also confuses me every time we play it, because every time I'm like excited to play, but no other game really does this, right?
What? Oh yeah. So one of the cool things about this game is there are other games that can do this, and I don't know if this is the first one to do it. It's probably not, but it runs really nicely, and it's just really crazy to watch. It actually, you can watch the CPU do 2-on-2 matches with each other in this game, and you can be part of the tournament with your own players, but you can actually watch all the other characters fight each other in their own matches, and it's just sort of a weird feature of this game. But I think we're just going to go with that feature first, because then we can just kind of talk in between the matches
Cute.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to do teams, obviously.
We're gonna do 2-on-2s.
Yeah. We're going to do 2-on-2. Oh no.
Oh, good.
Wait, did you hit start?
No, I didn't hit shit.
Oh, oh no, that's bad. Hold on a second, hold on.
I will say this little.
Do you want to fight each other, or do you
Yeah,
want to
we
be
can
on the
just fight
same
each other.
team?
This little 16-bar loop or
Here's
whatever.
the problem. I think we're both controlling.
The worst music in the game.
Something got fucked up here.
Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do. It's a little bit annoying when you're in these menus a long time trying to get shit to work.
Yeah, actually have to redo the controls.
Okay, well that's fine. This will be a fun MAME politics troubleshooting adventure.
Yeah, it will be.
Please explain to me how the controller configuration program works. Keytrol.
Here's
or what's
how
it
it
called?
works, dude.
Keytar.
You
What's
gotta
it
go
called?
into set config. This is a tutorial video. Oh, this is why this shit's not working.
It looks pretty normal on the screen too, but on this monitor you have it set up on, it looks nicely squashed in a way that just reinforces that these are like weird deep programs to get into.
I gotta redo this real quick.
I can't believe that most of them are even set up properly if you just have to use these same little menus.
Oh, it's so precarious. I mean, to think that like people buy MAME cabinets that are just set up this way, like it actually makes me sort of respect the whole Pandora's box setup. Whoever designed that did a pretty good job of making it,
because it's hard coded, right?
yeah, just making it run really stable. And
But then you can't troubleshoot it like you can with these.
no, I
You
mean
can't
there's very
swap out
little
the controllers the way
yeah.
we can. Like you just bought two trackballs.
About 2 Atari trackballs, y'all. Okay, let's check it out now.
Wow. Furious Psyop says that real James Woods blocked him on Twitter for commenting about how he gave Sean Young coke, got her addicted to coke. Well, she seems like she probably would have found some trouble, but that's unfortunate. I'm sure he doesn't feel bad at all. He is great in Videodrome though. That movie, it's...
Oh, where he pulls the gun out of his pussy.
But like what if there was an alternate timeline where instead of him in that movie, it was somebody like Roy Scheider? It still would have worked. Right? Just saying. James Woods is like so shitty that if we could just damnatio memoriae wipe him out of history, like other people could be in that movie. As long as you still have like Debbie Harry and that guy that calls him Patron and the Brian Oblivion guy. Still a great movie. Still just the Cronenberg of it is so good. Is it working?
Kind of. This is bullshit, guys. Sorry, there's some troubleshooting happening here.
Since I do live here and I've witnessed it, I can attest to the deep troubleshooting and preparation that Robbie was doing to make sure that this went off more smoothly.
It's not the system's fault. It's my fault. And because I was too determined to get the 4 players working with Tom.
Did that require you to like undo a bunch of the configuration?
I changed the configuration, yeah. Okay, it's back.
You can't save like presets to switch back and forth to?
No. I mean, you can kind of if you save different config files and manually switch them out.
That's some super user shit. You got to get into that shit.
It is. I'm not a super user, as you can see. Absolutely not. Let's make sure the config file is... Okay, I think we're back. Yeah, we're back. All right.
Okay.
I think we're good. Let's go. Let's go for it.
Is that the right? Is this one?
Let's start. Wanna do that one?
Yeah. I like how we have it on easy difficulty.
We got it. Yeah, we got to do it on easy difficulty. So we're gonna start with the tournament. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
All right.
All right, as long as I can select shit.
Go start. Start? Nothing?
Every time you watch me press start and you tell me to press start and you hear the button click and nothing happened, it's a foregone conclusion that you are also going to ask me if I'm pressing start, but I am.
That's why it wasn't working. That was my fault.
All right.
Hit start on yours now?
Cool.
Wait, what happened to the sound though?
Nothing.
The sound,
And now
I gotta close out. Close out, sorry.
And now I'm player one?
Yeah, something got whacked. Hold on. Something got whacked again here.
All right. Do you ever talk to James Woods on Twitter?
I've tried to. He never responded to me. I mean, I've just talked to him in an extremely hateful tone.
He seems like he's cruising repeatedly for a fight based on the tone of his Twitters.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hold on. Let's see if this shit's working. That's not good. There's no sound again. Why is there no sound? That's so weird. Oh, that came back.
Weird.
Yeah, sometimes this happens on this emulator.
If there's no sound just on the select screen, that's fine.
Okay, let's try
I'm sick of this.
Ready?
Okay.
Good. Should we fight against each other or on the same team?
We can fight against each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so the way this works is there's four teams that compete against each other in the tournament.
I want to play against you, so I guess we'll do B team.
Well, it doesn't matter. We're all going to fight each other.
Yeah, but
so,
I want to fight you first.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if we will fight each other first, but...
Okay.
And then who's your computer helper? So you get to pick a computer helper for yourself.
Okay. Where's the little mean lady?
I don't think you could play as her.
You can't. You're right. She's only in like the other.
I don't know.
That sucks.
I really don't know.
Okay. I guess I'll be another big person. This boss guy? He's not a boss. Never mind. How come Demon World just
okay,
looks
so
like Day of the
we're not
Triffids?
playing first. The computer's going to play each other first. So here, let's let this play out. So we're going to let the computer play a versus match right now.
Yeah, I want to be Elder Toguro. Is that who it is? Or no? Whoever it is.
Oh, yeah. I don't know who that one is.
You can't select all these people that you play like 3/4 of them. Maybe we need to unlock them or something?
I don't know. Funny too to watch how bad this CPU plays and how weirdly it plays. Like it's the AI or whatever they have implemented in here is very poor.
You know, sometimes I find that in a 4-person battle I get confused and I'm pointing the wrong way. So I identify with some of the confused. Like, I don't know.
I was gonna say one of the fun techniques to do is you can run out the clock if it's a free-for-all battle. You can just like run to the side of the screen and try to avoid everybody else until everybody's dead except one person.
That worked for a while, but it's still, I think once you got to the end, like they start to just like come to you, like the computer just like gangs up on you immediately. I also like having a rechargeable like power button where it feels pleasurable to press it.
Absolutely. Just one of us coming up.
Is this?
Don't press any buttons yet, because it'll skip the tournament.
They're very like dramatic and not that like witty. Just like this, they only have like one quote per character.
I think this is me.
Must
Oh yeah,
be.
yes. Oh no, wait, that's you. That's you.
Is it?
Yep. Or is the life bar all the way to the right?
I'm trying to do my little move and I can't.
Quarter circle forward, A, and T.
Yeah, I'm trying to do. I don't
Target,
like.
what is the clock? Oh, the
Yeah, I should just wait out the clock.
Let your CPU opponent get his ass kicked at you, but then you're letting him get.
Yeah.
I mean, not your opponent. Your teammate is getting double teamed. Look at him.
How come I can't charge my thing?
It's this.
Oh, I'm probably
that. Oh, charge your thing. You just hold down either square or X.
Getting my ass kicked. Good idea.
Nice. Yes, Ned, I can. Sorry.
Oh. Oh.
Nice. You did a Chudley cheap spam move.
And my guy didn't die either.
Good job, buddy.
Da, da.
All right, so here we go. I turned the game audio down a little bit more. Hope this is better. Okay, so this is me, Shinobu Sensui, and Jin fighting against, whoa, the same team up on the other side.
What a cute little palette
So I'm
swap.
the red ones, guys. That's me kicking ass with the fireballs.
They obviously just didn't pay attention too much to like how faithful they had to be to the show colors, and they just made the graphics work, and it worked, right?
Well, the graphics, but I was saying that I could see how people don't really remember this game too fondly, because the graphics definitely look worse than other treasure games from the same era.
They're not as hard worked on as like the mechanics themselves, and like the play feel is like very thought out, and the little two planes that you go back and forth. That's like a clever way of doing stuff, where it feels 3D.
Just gonna spam the fireballs.
Ugh. What you can try to do is position your other CPU player like on the other side of the person, and like they'll start punching him back. If you start tapping A or B really fast,
You mean
you'll
they'll
do the little back and forth,
sandwich
like
thing?
yeah.
No, it's great. Yeah.
Little monkey in the middle.
I'm
beating
trying
him.
to. Yeah, I should do that with this guy over here. Look at him. Let's see if I can get him. Fuck. Oh no. Got me. Son of a bitch. Got him.
Yeah. Hit team.
So we're just playing. We're gonna watch the tournament play out a little bit more. It's too bad you can't switch mid-game to the different opponent. Like, it's not like X-Men versus Street Fighter where you actually can like switch back and forth and tag team.
That would make it ideal.
Yeah, that would be better.
Somebody could hack that together. It'd be super
But
fun.
it's just still so cool that it's a genuinely 4-player fighting game, and it runs super smooth. I mean, and it has one other feature that's neat about it is it has double jump. So we jump once and then jump back, or you can like jump straight up in the air
The
and
one
sort of
character
fake out the opponent.
has like the eternal jump.
Yeah, Jin, the other character that I'm not playing as right now.
Yeah. Have you played X-Men versus Street Fighter?
I haven't played it on here. Brock. But I think first, before I play X-Men versus Street Fighter, I have to play the original X-Men Children of the Atom, because that's where it all started. The whole Marvel versus Capcom air fighting, whole type of gameplay started there. So I definitely will cover that game too at some point. Maybe I'll play the Sega Saturn version.
Oh, what were we playing last night? What terrible system did we pull up? And you were showing me a bunch of awful games.
Philips CDI.
CDI.
Yeah, Lori and I were trying to play some R-rated CDI games last night.
It's like not even worth it. Okay, but you know what we should play next? Can you pull up the CDI and play? Do you want to play Voyeur?
No, right now?
No, like we should save that for another episode.
I mean,
does anybody remember when these games actually came out?
I mean, if you want to
who
go
was
for like an hour and a half,
how they were marketed. No, we should save it for another episode because that whole game, like, I want to figure. We should play it with the mouse because using the controllers didn't work, and it has Grace Zabriskie, Laura Palmer's mom, isn't it? And the music, you thought it was Angelo Badalamenti, and we looked it up, and I guess it wasn't, but it might as well could have been. It was a very atmospheric and weird ambient, like grown-up sexy game with just like all of these video clips, like shot through like a weird fake like rear window, kind of like in a house, like through the blinds, kind of.
Yeah.
It was so sleazy and so good.
So imagine like a Red Shoe Diaries meets Rear Window, and that's what the game was trying to be.
And much like Red Shoe Diaries, most of it is just boring as fuck.
Yeah, and it was for the CDI, and I think it might have also come out for the 3DO, but you play it with like the mouse. And it's actually like the premise of the game is actually like a really fun premise, but the game is just executed terribly. And I think someone could actually just remake, like imagine like a AAA budget game, like Red Dead Redemption quality, Red Dead Redemption 2 quality, Cyberpunk graphical quality. I shouldn't say gameplay quality because it's a pile of shit game, but the whole concept of a AAA game, but where the gameplay is like you're in rear window playing as Jimmy Stewart.
Now
And there's no action except for like one action scene in the whole game, and the whole thing is just like an adventure game, voyeuristic game where you can literally spy on all these little neighbors in the surrounding apartment buildings with like beautifully rendered graphics. It would be a great game.
Yeah.
Like fuck all these fucking like first person shooter free roam adventure games. Nobody's gonna do a free roam game as good as like GTA. It's just not gonna happen. If you like, I was watching these terrible videos today of people comparing GTA to Cyberpunk, and it just shows how much little detail they put into GTA, like how the world, they just put in all these little tiny things into it that make the world feel real and like tangible.
Yeah.
You know, like shooting the water or burning out your tires or breaking glass or bumping into someone, you know.
Mm. Are we up next?
No,
Oh.
let's skip past this.
Okay. I think, yeah, I'm itching to.
Or we could do a free-for-all. You want to just do some free-for-all?
Yeah, do you want to do a battle royale?
This is getting a little boring.
Yeah,
I think.
it's more fun late at night when you're
Let's exit out of here.
Okay. Am I first player or you are?
No, you're first player. You want to play this match and then we'll.
Okay.
We'll
now
go.
that I've kind of gotten my ass kicked.
Yeah.
Sure. There we go. Somebody get over here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that guy has a charge ball too. That's pretty cool.
Shit.
Brock, Yakuza is an open world game supposed to be a recreation of a very tiny area in actual district in Tokyo, I think. So it's supposed to be a very faithful recreation of a neighborhood with a lot of like bars and little retail shops. So in that sense, it's a free roam game. Nice. Nice. After you do that launcher, can you jump in the air and just start punching him? Try doing that. Yeah, I think that's how you do the juggles in this game.
Shit.
Like, some of the launcher moves are meant to, where you're supposed to do a jumping attack after you launch him.
Okay.
But she's almost dead anyways.
Get back over here.
Yeah, she's retreating. I love just wailing on a CPU opponent, like two on. It's so funny. Okay. So we're gonna do free for all.
Okay.
Oh, whoops. I gotta hard restart this. Actually, no, soft reset. Reset should be okay.
Yeah, Double Dragon is a game that has a really nice look to it that I don't enjoy playing. Somebody says this looks like Double Dragonish. It's a game that based on looks, I thought I would love it, and I don't care for it.
Okay, so let's go to the options.
Okay, Battle Royale.
Oh, it's still on easy, so it's saved that setting. Oh, that's soft reset, so it actually like saved the game setting somewhat.
Okay, cute. Competition. I feel like, did you pick practice?
So this is where the actual 4-player mode gets really cool, is you can just, if you had 4 players actually hooked up to the game, you know, you could do it that way.
Or no, wait, are we supposed to choose?
Yeah, we're just going to be against everybody else. So even you and me will have to hurt each other. Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. So I'm the guy with the mohawk. Or no, I'm the guy with the red coat on. Facing you, Laura. Shit. You motherfucker. Fuck you.
Yeah!
You was doing that move, huh?
Yep. Shut.
Fuck you, dude.
Gotta get out of here.
Sandwich us against the wall.
Oh.
Shit. Shit, dude. What the fuck is that move that you keep doing? Fucking asshole. Oh, now I'm gonna corner them. Fuck those motherfuckers, dude. You're just gonna wait it out?
Shit. I'm not trying to. I'm gonna die, though.
You're almost dead. Oh, fuck you!
Yes. Ugh!
Shit, I'm almost dead.
No, you won.
No, I died.
No, oh.
You got my ass kicked.
For some reason, I thought we were the first 2 life bars.
No.
For some reason. Okay. Well, that was quick. That was a quick and
so we can do a team battle next,
death.
but let's do it. Let's do another one.
I'll stick with my dog.
I'm the guy with the blue hair, with the gray pants over here. Lori's still Yusuke. How do you pronounce his name?
Yusuke.
Fine.
Shit.
Shit, you motherfucker. Shit.
God damn it.
Why are you hiding over there? You fucker. I'm gonna beat you.
No!
Shit.
Damn it. I'm almost dead. I can't do the quarter circle that well. See? Now I got it. Fuck.
Come get me. Shit! Shit!
Okay, if you say so.
God damn it.
Damn it. You told me to come and get you. So I came and I got you. You got.
Damn it. Let's do another one of those.
Okay.
I like those.
Okay, I'll switch it up. I'll play somebody else. Who else did I learn some moves of the other night?
Jin, I thought, right?
Yeah, where is she? Yeah.
It's down, up,
Down, up, A.
and then what's the other one? Down, down? I'm gonna look on the
Down,
back.
down, forward.
Not my guy. I'm the skinny guy again. You could also do that in midair, like infinitely, until you run out of the. Oh shit, we're really sandwiching that guy. Oh, fuck you.
No!
Jesus.
Damn it.
Dude. I keep forgetting to block. I keep forgetting this game has a block button. Oh, fuck you, dude. Oh, I got you, dude. I was able to penetrate through
Yeah.
it. It's weird.
I think maybe at the end it doesn't work as well.
If I like, I can punch through that for some reason. You're just gonna fly up there?
Damn it.
Oh shit. Here. Oh shit. Shit. I'm almost dead, dude. You fucked me. God damn it. You're good at these free for all battles, whatever you're doing.
Damn it. Nice. I'm a champ.
Should we play on the same team, or should I try to beat you?
Don't you want to be on my team?
Yeah, I do. Okay, so let's go team battle. Get on my team.
Wait. Oh.
Let's start. Can I be you, or no?
Okay, yeah. I'll be
No,
Jen.
no, why don't you be him? Who do you like playing the best?
I like playing other people. I could figure some other people out. You want to be Yusuke?
I do.
Okay, I'll be Jin. They are good characters.
I like the music on this one the best. I'm gonna turn this a little bit up. I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna turn the audio a tiny bit up. The music on this stage is great. Oh shit, we're playing against the same fucking people? I don't like that. When they match the people up like that. It's hard to tell them apart. Shit. God damn it. Oh, you're being destroyed, dude. You dying over there?
No. I just fucking killed that guy. What are we doing? Yeah. Nicely done.
Do it again.
Okay. Did you say she was shitty? Genkai?
I want to play this.
The littlest one?
I don't know anything about this one. Jesus, some of these characters look too much alike.
Oh, just double Genkais. No, this where you're literally playing two of me.
I am?
Yep. And I don't even know her moves. Alright.
I guess I
Down,
have a
down, forward.
fireball. Oh, she has down, down, down,
Yeah,
down,
down,
up.
forward.
No, just down, down, a button lifts that plant out of the ground.
Oh, that thing? Oh, cool.
Wait, who are you, the little one or the small one?
I'm the red one.
the small red one, right?
No, shit.
You're the small red one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a different character than me. They just look
Yeah.
super
I'm
similar.
the same as they.
Okay.
They're
Then
me.
I was not telling you the right move, sorry.
No, I figured out some moves.
Whoa, weird. Yeah, this game is hard. It's hard to like. I like at least that the people on the other team are different color. Part of it. It's a little
But-
tad confusing. Nice.
Yeah!
Oh, dude. That's amazing. So I can sandwich him with my special moves
That
while.
was great.
That's so.
That was awesome. That was really fun. We did it.
Yeah, let's do that again. Let's try to do that again with
was
these
us.
characters.
We did it.
Let's try to do. So what? Who did
This
you
is
pick?
why this game is so fun,
Genkai
guys.
and Kurama? Is that how you pick? Kurama.
Genkai and Kurama.
Okay, I'm gonna pick,
Kurama's you.
I'm gonna pick the same person this time. Go.
Okay. What about? I'm interested
Okay, let's try to
PA.
sandwich. Let's do the sandwich thing.
in.
Oh no, these characters look tough. Come on my same plane if you can. And then I'll try to do the plant thing while you're hitting the guy against the corner.
Fuck.
Well, we'll just try to get there somehow. Let's just try to push him into the corner. Fucking motherfuckers. I love this song. So great.
No.
Since there's two people on the screen, it almost seems like my special moves don't work as well because they're like localized to like one of the they're like supposed to go straight to one of the characters. Okay, good. Come over here and try to hit him as I'm doing that. As I do that special move. So just try to go towards him and I'll do that special move. I need to charge up.
Come on.
I need to charge up.
Fuck you.
Wait, how it
Well,
happened?
we won it.
Oh, we both won
Yeah.
anyways. Oh shit, it's hard to
But
get him in
that's not a
it's kind
perfect
of
thing for a
synchronous-
juggle if I pick him up and throw him over that
It
way.
is, yeah. But we couldn't get the chance to do it because my move only seems to work like that when there's only one other character on the screen.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm ready to play one more time.
team or what should we do?
I mean, yeah, I want to be on the same team again.
What?
I want to be on the same team again.
Okay.
Have you done this character before? Sensi? Oh, I like this one. Shit.
Shit. Oh shit.
Yes!
Nice.
Working together. It's
Can we just fight against? I wonder if we can just fight against the computer like this, but actually go through the game.
That's what you mean instead of battle royale style.
Yeah.
Like if we can just do a 2-player versus story.
Press start.
Story version. I don't know.
Can you press start? No, won't let you.
Let me see.
Weird. I wonder why
Dropped
that
out.
is. No, but it didn't drop out because we were just on the. Oh, you have to enter the match. You have to hit start. Remember?
Challenger appears. Yeah. Why does it get into this? It gets into like a weird mode.
Okay, so this is really the only way we can play each other, unless I think we have to do the debug code to get to the other mode, and I'll
Okay.
open that in a second. There's a debug code in here.
Oh, there we go. Yes.
Give me a second.
You've never played this character before? Ooh. How did I do that?
Oh, you actually did get. You figured out a way to play
they're
her.
just on
Yeah.
the side, you
Good.
don't really-
Okay.
Look at this little move.
Oh, weird. It's like a
So
teleport
good.
move.
Come on, just to make it great.
A plus C plus start. Okay. Oh, that's my special move. Yeah, I remember that. How weird that move was. Like, that was a weird one. It's like I can control those little hands once they come off the screen.
Fuck.
Nice.
Shit.
No shit. Nice.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself. This is a really cheap, powerful character. These are obviously like the boss characters on the end that you like shouldn't
Okay,
bother to do.
I'm just gonna let you play against a computer until you die,
Okay.
and then we'll try debug code mode.
Okay.
I forgot exactly what it does, but it's one additional form of gameplay that you can do. Director Westfield, this is for Megadrive, the Japanese Sega Genesis.
How do I do that little tiny thing?
The little time of the day changing graphics are really cheaply done, but I like them. It reminds me of like the first Fatal Fury game.
She also has a move where she like taps the floor and then yeah.
There it is.
There you go.
It looks like it could be a launcher too, or something. The computer's going back and forth too.
Shit. I'm gonna die.
Yeah. The way the computer plays is very odd in this game. It's recharging. There you go.
No.
Okay, let's go back to the
Okay. Dunzo.
option screen. So we're probably gonna wrap soon, guys.
Yeah, this has been fun though. Like this game really is great. I think I saw somebody mentioning wanting to try to do the networked play also in the chat. It seems like it's a lot of work. This was like a while back. I forget who it was.
Well, just doing 2 players is not that much work. Surprisingly, works really smoothly. So,
But like,
it's just trying to set up this 4-player thread. It's because you have to use like whatever the devices were that plugged into the Sega Genesis that did 4-player. It's like they're doing some kind of like weird. I mean, it's like splitting the signal of like 4 controllers into the 2 control ports, basically. So like however that's working is already weird in a hardware sense.
yeah, then it's definitely not working.
Yeah, I mean, so I can see why. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get this.
Yeah, my eyes are watering from playing that, but it was very fun.
Hold on, I didn't do it right. Let's see, it's.
Oh yeah, have you already talked about that footage you showed me of like that Oregon?
That lockdown protest where they were breaking down the doors of the Oregon
Bringing it back to politics.
building.
Let's end on a politics.
Yeah,
note,
it's
not
pretty
you
disturbing.
rifling through game facts.
Yeah, and then they saw some of these protesters saw what they thought was a Chinese person inside, and they started thinking the Chi-Coms were like.
Oh my god,
And
I didn't even
Oregon.
watch that much of it, but it was chilling. The parts that I did.
Yeah,
watch.
pretty crazy. I mean, I think we're definitely gonna see some weird, crazy explosions of like MAGA violence and protests by the time that January 6th rolls around. Because apparently January 6th is the actual deadline or something. Like that's when Trump actually needs to concede or something like that. I'm totally botching the actual details, but we could be in for like some weird uneasiness all the way until Inauguration Day. I mean, it's definitely possible, but I definitely think there's going to be some weird shit that's going to pop off. Maybe even on the 6th itself. There's going to be a Stop the Steal protest in DC on the 6th.
I can't imagine that's going to be a huge turnout.
I don't think it will be, but I'm just worried about that. You know, just a handful of people who are like crazy. I mean,
there's a
still
fucking
people,
blizzard that day.
There's still a lot of people out there who refuse to believe that this is over. They're just taking Trump's cue. They're taking the whole QAnon movement's cue, and there's still people are going to be up for a really rude awakening.
It is like a post-fax reality, though, so it's really, really strange that it's gone this far already. So
yeah.
I can see why it's a point of concern in a way.
It is, yeah. I think it's... I was less worried like a week out from the election day because I saw Trump as being really weak. I saw him as just being really obviously emotionally defeated. But I didn't realize it was going to get so bad, emotionally speaking, for him that he was going to double down like this. In sort of a slow burn, hurt, like refuse to acknowledge his loss kind of mindset. I just didn't...
Tweeting from like a black hole.
Yeah, I just didn't know that it was going to play out this way. So I'm getting a little more concerned again. My concern has kind of gone in waves, I guess.
Okay.
Since the election.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how the next month plays out.
Okay, so how the fuck do I do this?
I don't know. I think it's time to call it a wrap.
No.
You really?
In the main menu, put the cursor in options and press A plus C plus start all at the same time.
What did you just do?
Maybe I'm using the wrong...
No, I mean, that seems like it did something.
No, it didn't.
It didn't make like a sonic ring sound, so I don't
No.
know if the
No, it didn't
code
do
worked.
Yeah, no, it didn't do anything. Hold on. I'll try to use your controller to do it.
Oh, yeah, I think mine was player 1, so maybe you need
Could
to...
be what's going on here.
You do all sorts of weird shit like this all the time, and then stuff suddenly starts working. I will say I wish there was about 50% more music for this game.
Yeah, music.
There's
is
only
really,
like a
really good.
few different songs that it like a handful of songs it bounces between during the different.
I feel like I'm not pressing the
levels you
right
choose.
buttons here.
I think
A
is
plus
it-
C plus start.
Did you say it was A, B, C? Or
No, A plus C.
Okay.
A plus C plus start.
It's a mystery.
There it is. Wait, what? Okay, hold on a second.
It disappeared again.
Let's try a couple more times here. I haven't given up yet. There it is. Okay, so then where is the extra option now? What does it say? Just set it to yes. This mode opens the secret mode above without the need of finishing the game.
Are you trying to? What do you?
I'm not sure what it actually adds. Hold on a second.
Yeah, like I said, this was overly thorough FAQ, so I feel like opening up debug mode is of limited value for the work or whatever. All these things. they literally are like Sonic codes. Like as it starts up, press all of these buttons.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like, I mean, I'm looking at what it's supposed to change, and it doesn't really look a whole lot. That, I mean, it just doesn't look very useful or interesting.
If this were like a game where you had to open up characters, I would want to use some sort of a cheat code, but it already crashes enough.
Well, yeah, it's apparently, I mean, let's just go out with this. Apparently, if we keep it in main menu, hang out for a bit, it'll do a 4-player demo match, I mean, which we've already really seen the computer do with each other, but it'll just do another one, I guess. Yeah. Hey, babe. Babe, stop. You're looking at yourself too hard over there, baby. I don't care about that.
You're right. It just went into a 4-player match.
Cool. Okay. Let's check it out. It'll go, the whole thing will go all the way through. So one of them goes standing. Well, I guess welcome, thanks everybody for watching Main Politics tonight, this evening, on Wednesday. I don't know, should we call it a wrap?
Yeah, this was a fun little treat to do right before, like, happy holidays to everybody. I know it's been a weird year, so can't wait for it to be over.
Indeed.
So if I don't appear on another episode before the end of the year, this has been a fun thing to do, and I hope to do it more in 2021.
Yeah.
Since I know we'll still be home for a while.
Yeah, more Laurie Kirchner on Main Politics.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, everybody. Have a great holiday. I don't know if I will do another one of these at all before Christmas, but definitely going to try to do one with Abby. So, don't know exactly when that's going to be, but you'll be notified if you subscribe to this channel. So take care, everybody.